Hi everyone, through this video you are going to learn hypothesis testing procedure. First we should know what is hypothesis. Why researcher using hypothesis in their dissertation or thesis. Usually we have lot of doubt about the result of the particular thing. At that time researcher has to set the null hypothesis. Based on calculation and the result, he may get the correct solution. Hypothesis is not a compulsory one in project or dissertation. If the researcher use hypothesis, it will increase the value of thesis or dissertation. Hypothesis is an assumption. That assumption should be a logical one about the population parameter. These are the steps followed by the researcher to take the decision. First one is he has to set a hypothesis based on need of the research. Then he has to select the suitable significant level. After taking suitable statistical tool, he has to determine the critical region, that is accepted or rejected region. With the help of statistical tool, the computation, that means calculation of data, will be executed. Based on the data, researcher get the correct decision. Let us see one by one. First one is set up a hypothesis. This is the foremost important step. He has to set the hypothesis based on logical assumption. Usually there are two types of hypothesis used in social science research. One is null hypothesis, another one is alternative hypothesis. When a null hypothesis rejected, automatically the alternative hypothesis will be accepted. For example, there is no difference in strength between people who exercise and who do not. This is an example of null hypothesis. If this null hypothesis rejected, it means alternative hypothesis will be accepted. That is, there is a difference in strength between people who exercise and who do not. Second step is researcher has to select the suitable significant level. Usually researcher used 5% or 1% level of significance. That means when he take 5% level of significance, he has 95% confidence about the right decision. When he choose 1% level of significance, at that time researcher has 99% confidence about the decision. Next one is determining a suitable statistical tool. Usually there are many statistical tools to get the result. Here researcher has to take correct statistical tool based on the nature of data. Usually there are two types of statistical tool used in research. One is parametric test, another one is non-parametric test. So these are the tests used in parametric and these are the tests used in non-parametric. If the data is normally distributed, researcher has to follow any one statistical tool based on need of the data in parametric test. If the data is not normally distributed, he has to take any one of non-parametric test. Next one is he has to determine the critical region, that is accepted or rejected region of null hypothesis. In this diagram, these parts are rejected region, these parts are accepted region. If the result lies between plus or minus 1.96, at that time null hypothesis will be accepted. If the calculated value is more than plus or minus 1.96, null hypothesis will be rejected. Next one is performing computation. By using correct statistical tool, researcher has to perform calculation. In earlier stage, researcher has to do himself all the calculation, but after the invention of computer, the work of researcher has reduced. At present, lot of applications are there. To simplify the calculation work, researcher easily get the calculated data. With the help of result, he can easily get into the conclusion about the hypothesis. So this is one of the example. Here researcher set a null hypothesis, that is there is no difference among the marks scored by the students in a class, but after the applying correct statistical tool, then only we can get the correct solution with the help of calculated value and table value. In earlier stage, hypothesis will be accepted when the calculated value is less than table value. If the calculated value is more than table value, the hypothesis will be rejected. But at present, with the help of p-value, if the p-value is less than 0.05, the null hypothesis will be rejected, and if the p-value is more than 0.05, the null hypothesis will be accepted. Researcher can take the correct decision, either accepting null hypothesis or rejecting it. Researcher get any one of these two result. I hope you understand this video. Thank you.